Today we're going to take a look at how to set up the inspector's profile. So when you've created your new Next Inspect account and you're getting everything set up, one of those areas that you're going to take a look at will be the inspector's profile and pricing model. So we do allow, if you reach out to us, we allow you to have, for each inspector to have their own pricing model. As what I mean by that is, if maybe you have a tenured inspector that's been with you for 10 plus years and they just demand higher fees, whereas maybe you have someone that's just starting out and maybe you want to charge a little less for the home inspection for them. If that's the case, just reach out to us and we can separate your pricing model for you. So under the tab calendar, and you'll see the company calendar along with the inspector's personal calendars. Keep in mind, anytime you see an icon, uh, if you see any icons in these tabs, it's actually a second button. So keep that in mind. The from email, you would set that up before you would come over here to the email event. You would set up the payroll calculations so that you can utilize the payroll reports. For inventory item types, you would set this up first and come over to the inventory items. This is more for radon drop off and pick up, keeping track of your inventory machines, cameras, stuff like that. So back to the tab calendar, and if we click on the inspector's profile, this allows you to customize and put the inspector's picture, signature, some additional information here, some basic first name, last name, email, phone number. If they have a max radius that they travel, if you want to limit them per postal code, limit them to per state, you can do that here. And again, keep in mind, anytime you see a tooltip, a green question mark like this, it's going to provide some additional information about what this checkbox does. So in this case, if you don't want the inspector's drive times to be associated with the company's address, simply uncheck this, put their address in, so you guys can get a better and more accurate description or idea of the distance for that inspector. If they want to turn their Google Calendar sync, they could do so by checking here and clicking this box there. We give you some additional check boxes down here, some options on disabling their external calendar, and some other information here. So once you've updated all information, come down here and press save. And of course, you'll want to do that for each of your inspectors by clicking on the person icon to the right of their name. You can also access it through these tabs that we have at the top here as well. And in regards to their setting up their pricing model for the home inspection, if you click on the dollar sign next to, let's say, Chris Higginbotham, then we allow you to set up the home inspection fee in so many different ways. So if you ever have a question, need help, don't hesitate to use the feedback button and let us know how we can help you with setup. In most cases, most companies go off square footage, right? So here's a default set, and you can edit, delete, modify any of these here. You can add additional square footage price ranges here, as well as some additional pricing attributes there. You can add extra for foundation type, the property age, the year built, travel distance, the postal code. Example for this one, some inspectors not sure how to utilize this, but if you know there's a postal code in your area that's more wealthy than another, you might say, hey, I want an extra $50 if I inspect in this postal code. You can add X. So if you're like many companies that inspect multiple states, you can come in here and say, hey, I want to charge an extra $50 to inspect. So we're in Indiana. Let's say we're northern Indiana, and we can also inspect Illinois. Let's say we're going to command an extra 50. There you go. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. We have instructions for each item, inspection type, property type. Once you're done setting up calculations, you can test your calculations by clicking this button here. You can open up this, make sure your additional services are calculating correctly, making sure your fees are showing up the way you'd like them to. All right, so that would be it. Just when you're setting up your account, setting up each inspector's profile, and then really you could just grab your main inspector, your lead inspector, or the owner of your account. Go to their pricing model here, and then set up the fees on this page here. Again, have any questions? Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Let me know how we can help. Let me know in the comments. Our team gets the emails immediately.